range of it. However, I'd rather be up here.
Go back on the other side here. We can do it on both sides. Keep things nice and open.
Sorry. We'll have so much crap on us, we won't be able to...
Deck, we've got some of the windows open. Please don't put your arms, your head, not even your camera, outside of those open windows. Always remembering that the fastest movement that a crocodile can make is to flick its head to the side as it jumps. We do have a good look around. We've got two crocodiles now hovering around the boats. So well, we might just start with this one that's fairly close. Those that are bigger, there's not that many that are really big. We've got a few along here though. Quite a few that are now 4, 5 and even 6 metres long. Yes, there are some monsters, that's for sure. I'm always looking for them. But most crocodiles average 3 metres today, and that's big enough to eat you. Or me, not fussy. A crocodile of 3 metres, considered dangerous, a man-eater. Yes, very slow, very careful, that's the way they are. Only in that very last second, as they strike, as they jump, any real speed. There we go, not a bad effort, once again. A little bit cold and grumpy first thing in the morning, as you would expect. It's very cold down here at night. Yeah, it's a lot colder than it is in Darwin. Down here in the River Delta, temperature would have dropped to about 12 degrees overnight. Way up there and over the other side now. Yes, the crocodile's really feeling the cold at the moment. So many crocodiles. Chances are we'll see quite a few crocodiles this morning because they're just waiting right now. Even the banks are very, very cold. A lot of crocodiles will be waiting on the edge of the river with their backs exposed to the sun. That crocodile's jaws of 2 or 3 tons as they come together. Inland now, we're heading in a northerly direction. We're looking for salty. And with this permanent and clear, fresh water not considered dangerous unless they're backed into a tight situation, considered a fish-eating crop. Warms up, the tide's still fairly high. Watch up on top of the banks. Anywhere there's an opening or a clearing, that's where you're going to see your crocodiles, if they're out of the water. Most of them will wait. We'll just stay on your side of the boat. We're going to do it. It's just a really fat crocodile, isn't it? Very tubby. Sometimes they are a bit fat. Sometimes they're trim, taut and terrific. Sometimes they're dreadfully slow. Sometimes they're really quick. They're all so different. But if they come out to see us, chances are they are hungry. Most of them are all those lumps and bumps along the back. They use that bit like a solar panel. Crocodile actually pumps blood along it. Bigger crocodiles though, they can often lay in the sun all day. Let's hope we find a crocodile or two up on the bank this morning. Yes, if you're going to spend any time up here, you really have to come to grips with crocodiles. Crocodiles really are everywhere, and you don't normally see them. Something that you have to understand. The wildlife authorities assure us that we have anything between 60 and 85,000 saltwater crocodiles now roaming the waterways of the Northern Territory. The wildlife authorities also assure us that there are no more crocodiles here on this river than there are in other places. Just that here you do see them. They do know the boats, they really do. But don't think that what we see here is normal. No, it's not. Crocodiles do not normally approach boats. Crocodiles are not normally seen. Crocodiles. And we're talking through freshly to be in fresh water. Is that hard to understand? I hope so. The old timers called them salties.
The hitchhiking light.
Crocodile with a bit of wood laying on its back.
Just trying to camouflage himself, I reckon. You guys be careful down the back there, please. Come on. Lazy bones. Up here. Come on.
You lost his stick.
And crocodiles get cold and grumpy. It takes a while to get them going first thing in the morning, quite often. Once they get started, they've got to keep going. They've got to get that meat.
He isn't
This
hungry.
is why they stalk their prey in the wild. When they jump, they use an incredible amount of energy. And then they're carefully taking the meat away so that they have to jump a few times so everyone gets to see them. This also helps to keep them hungry.
He's got the stick.
In fact, the more they jump, the hungrier they get. Wicked, isn't it? But then you see crocodiles here, and you don't normally see them. And it pays to see a few crocodiles.
There's good eyesight. Binocular vision on top. Go on. Oh, you could do better.
Come on, sweetie, up you come. Cold and grumpy crocodiles.
I just lost it. Come on. Give me a little bit here. Come on. Come on. Uppy, uppy. Get from under the boat. Oh, look at that big smash on his tail. Something's got to hold him. Come here. He's off.
He don't like that meat.
He's off.
Protect. Always looking for the big ones. Well, it looked to be a little bit bigger in the distance. Still not a bad size though. 1.5 metres. This is a big one. Look at that. It's a big old Michael. Very, very cunning old crocodile, this one. It's about 5 metres. Most of it staying underwater. Very cunning, very wary. Very badly knocked around, missing at least one of its legs. You can see an indent in one side where it's had a terrible wound years ago. Very unusual crocodile. We don't, as a rule, name the crocodiles, but if they're very big or very unusual, well, you get to know them. And we've certainly got to know this one. It's very big and very unusual. The head is fairly white, the body is fairly dark. Usually their colour's uniform. Colour range is between black and white, but I've never seen one with a white head and a black body, haven't you? Hard to believe people go. Yeah, you've got to learn a bit about crocodiles. You're going to spend any time with us. Here we go. Don't worry about the crocodile. Get a focus on the lass with her head hanging out the window. Going to be pretty gruesome as her skull collapses. 3 or 4 tons of pressure there. And the publicity is going to make us so rich and so famous.
Michael. Come here. Michael. Come on, quick. Let me finish breakfast. Come on, quick. Hurry up. Come on, Schweinfurt. Now he's going to move in for the attack. See the big hollow on his right-hand side, about halfway down his back?
That's the biggest problem
yeah.
crocodiles have today is the locals.
Got a leg there at all.
Yeah.
The locals will still tell you not to worry too much about the crocodiles. Forget about what the locals tell you. They don't realise what's happened out here on these rivers. It's all taken so long. We've all grown up with crocodiles. We've got very, very used to having crocodiles around. We've always seen crocodiles. We've had so few problems. We like to live up here. We like to go fishing, hunting, camping. We enjoy the outback. We endure the heat. And we've always seen crocodiles. Troubles, it's in the future. It doesn't happen all the time. We'll always give it a go. When there's one, there's usually another one. And there is two. With any luck, there'll be a really hungry crocodile around. You might just see a crocodile jump up and eat the sea eagle. And under the water. There's the guideline for camping. It's just 50 metres from the edge of the water. You should be quite safe. It's not really after grumpy ones, are we? The meat on the surface a few times tries to make the same sort of sound that you would make if you fell over the...
Very mature female, got a nest just up in there. Look at that. Come on, no sneak attacks. Come on. All right, this time we're going to go right uphill. Right uphill, come on. Come on, right up. One more.
What a terrific effort.
Come on.
I found one that's had a bit of time in the sun. Did you hear the slap of those jaws?
Yeah.
You wouldn't stand a chance, would you? It's designed to smash your bones, rip you apart, and swallow you, piece by piece. Well, that's about as far as we're going to make it here this morning, having a good look out in the distance though before we start to head back. Just make sure there's no monsters cruising around. They're too come and ask, only too happy to try and answer them. As we head back, Linda's just got to keep him as far away from the side of the boat there, Linda. He gets very, very scared. Yeah, it's strange, the...
Come on, you're going to fit for a king here, boy.
We'll let him come up and then we'll slowly turn the boat around, make sure we get the shadow off of the side of the boat.
Come on, beautiful boy. Come on, you see.
Finger or something. One can use the river. The locals come along here and they see very few crocodiles by comparison, very, very few. Crocodiles get to know the individual boats. The locals see very few and they think they're quite safe. Yeah, locals, a year or so ago,
Come on. Oh, come
I
on.
was just downstream from Wongai Falls in Litchfield National Park.
Little honey's coming. Look, she's a big wuss. She's such a wuss. She will take off. Oh, no, she's spotted him. You coming in or what? Someone else coming for your brekkie? Oh, he's spotted her. Oh, she's hissing. Look, he's gone. They're a big wuss.
Plumb it in. jumpingcrocodile.com.au. Lots of pictures there. Pass it on. Tell everyone where you've been. What a great time you had up there in the northern...